Hey everybody, how's it going? It's a Daily Shooter, and today's just going to be a quick video. This is a topic I didn't think anybody would really have any interest in, but I put a post about it on Instagram and I was surprised at how much traction it got and how many questions it got. So I thought I'd make a video about it. Today we're going to talk about the dehumidifier that I use in all of my safes. We'll talk about why I use this one, why this one I think is probably the best that you're going to find for your standard everyday home safe, and also some other options that might be available to you as well, the upsides and the downsides. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so dehumidifiers, they are a very important part of your firearm storage plan. It doesn't matter if you have all of your firearms in a full safe, if you have them in a gun cabinet, if you keep them in a bag, or maybe you just have a Pelican case that you keep a couple long guns in. You should have something like a dehumidifier in all of those to keep the moisture off of your firearms. Now, some dehumidifiers run a little bit different than others. While some absorb moisture, some just kind of keep moisture circulating so that they don't rest on anything. And there's different things that you could choose from. For me, I like stuff that absorbs all the moisture. It keeps things dry. It keeps the moisture off of all of my stuff. And even if you're somebody who maybe doesn't have too many firearms and so you use them a lot, there's always going to be that one that sits in the back of the safe, and you don't want moisture collecting on the inside, the outside of the barrel, or the inside of components that maybe you don't see every time you open it up. And so rust could be forming when you don't even notice. But the dehumidifier that I've chosen then that I use in all of my safes is going to be this Eva Dry. Now, I've been using this for a long time, for years, and these are great dehumidifiers for several different reasons. One, they're very affordable. I'll put a link down below to where you can get this on Amazon. You can get these for under $14. And another reason that I like these is that they don't require any batteries. So there is some silica gel and some different crystals on the inside of this dehumidifier right here. That's what absorbs all of the moisture. You can see the holes on the outside. That's what absorbs all of the moisture. Now, the crystals start out as yellow. So they're yellow crystals in the face. You go ahead and you set this in your safe, in your cabinet, whatever. And then as it absorbs the moisture, the crystals go from yellow to green. So you have a visual indicator that these have absorbed as much moisture as they're going to take. Then what you do is you go ahead and you take it out. It's got a little plug on the back. So you guys can see this plug right here. You take it, you plug it into the wall, and you leave it in the wall, and it basically just heats up and evaporates all the moisture that's in those crystals. When you look at it, once the crystals are back to yellow, go ahead and unplug it. You fold down these prongs right here. You put it back in your safe, and you're good to go. So it is completely renewable and reusable, which is fantastic, going to save you money over the long term. So you don't have to worry about cords. I know that a lot of dehumidifiers, especially the ones that heat up and cause circulation, require you to have some type of power strip or something like that inside your safe, or they run on batteries that need to be changed, and if you forget, it'll just stop. So this right here, you don't have to worry about that. There's no batteries, there's no cords. You simply plug it in the wall straight up and you're good to go. So it's a really good dehumidifier. You can put this in small things, big things. As a matter of fact, this one right here, I believe, it covers up to 333 square feet. So this one right here will actually take care of a lot of moisture, and it lasts for something like 20 to 30 days. For me personally, I do kind of live in a drier climate, but mine lasts about 40 to 45 days, and then I'll have to plug it in. So 40 to 45 days is the amount of use that I get out of it, and I'm kind of in a desert. Now, we did have a pretty wet year this year, and so, moisture was kind of an issue, but it took care of it, no problem. I've had everything in here, no rust on anything, and it's worked out really well, and I've got them in all the safes in the house too. That's one common misconception, is people think if you keep the safe in the house, you don't have to worry about all that moisture. Well, think about every time you take a shower, every time the kids take a shower, they open up that door, all that moisture rolls out. It just creates a very humid environment, and it's very easy for that humidity to seep into your safe, or especially in a gun cabinet that doesn't have any type of seal on it. So that's where these really help. Now, real quick, I want to talk about why I chose this over a couple of the different options, and we'll talk about those different options as well. But first, be aware, if you go to Amazon, you can get these in a single pack or a 2-pack, and if you have multiple safes, like me, you might be tempted to buy the 2-pack, but I think it's actually more affordable if you buy 2 single packs, because I think buying a 2-pack is actually more expensive than just buying 2 singles, which is ridiculous, but nonetheless, I think buying 2 singles would be the best way to go. So I chose this over the silica gel packets, just so you know, your standard throw-in silica gel packets, and over a dehumidifier heater, like a dehumidifier rod, for a couple different reasons. One, again, I don't like having a dehumidifier rod in my safe, especially with carpet, because those things get kind of scary hot sometimes. And what those do is they heat up a rod, so you have to have an outlet or some way to have that thing plugged in or run off of batteries while it's in your safe. And that dehumidifier rod will heat up, causing circulation in the safe, and it doesn't allow the moisture to sit on anything. It basically just keeps all the moisture constantly moving and evaporating. When it hits the bottom, it rises and so forth. So it doesn't necessarily get rid of the humidity, but it keeps them from settling, and that's perfectly fine. That works just as well too. The other thing is the silica gel packets, they don't have a visual way of telling whether or not they're good or bad, or how much longer they have on them. So it feels just like a little bit wasteful. You throw some silica gel packets in there, you're not sure when all the moisture has been collected, but you can go every 15 or 30 days and change them out and just be fine. But I don't want my kids getting a hold of silica gel packets either, and I don't want silica gel packets around the house. This one right here is completely enclosed, so your kids aren't going to get it, your dog's not going to get it, nobody's going to accidentally ingest it or anything like that. You have everything enclosed in this little thing right here. So silica gel packets, they do work, but again, there's no visual indicator like the color changer on here. And again, they're not really consumable, right? So that's something you have to be careful with. So again, you have the rods, you have different things. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways that you can dehumidify a safe. But for me, I think this is probably the best one that I found yet, and probably the most affordable option as well, because I've had this for a long time now, and I mean, 13 bucks, I've never had to spend anything more than that because I just keep reusing the same one. So anyway, guys, check out EvaDry if you guys are interested. Again, like I said, put a link down below, and you can check them out yourself. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully that helped. If you guys had questions about dehumidifiers, please like, subscribe. You guys have a great day.